Hey guys, Insomni here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're back with the Lightbearer team. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who joined us on the live summons last night. I know the sound wasn't the best, but I'd seen the video feed and it was pretty good, just got to work on the sound. So we're going to go ahead and do our Lightbearer summons here, which now today is the Lightbearer day. Yesterday we didn't use any of our faction scrolls when we did the summons because we were waiting for today and wanted to save our gems. So we're going to go ahead and push into the campaign. I got up Hendrick yesterday to Legendary Plus, so the same as Astrilda, which she is pretty solid as a buffer, but I wanted to run 2 tanks here. So hopefully with Rowan in the back, kind of keeping him alive and his damage mitigation, we can push through the campaign, which I don't know. It's a pretty rough start to the campaign. But we're almost done with this chapter, so we should be able to get it done, I'm hoping tonight, because that brings us to the very last stage, which is 14-40. This is kind of a pivotal stage because when you beat 14-40, you unlock the faction towers. So not only do you have 1 tower in the King's Tower, you actually unlock all 4 of the faction towers. In the faction towers, you can only do 10 levels a day, and the faction towers have a ton of loot. A lot of hero essence, a lot of gold, and we got it done. So we're done with chapter 14, first faction team pushing into chapter 15. So we'll go ahead and 14 is done. So moving into 15, and Belinda has really just been carrying this team, but I'm hoping with the tanking combo of Lucius and Hendrick, they can keep her alive or keep Rosaline alive in the back. I do want to get Rowan up. I believe I need 1 more copy that is Elite Plus, and we'll be able to get him at least a Legendary. I'm not sure how far we're going to be able to push into this one, but I love his AoE shield slam that does the stun. His ult on Hendrick is just huge. So you figure with the Lightbearer team, you're running 2 of the strongest tanks in the game, which is a good combination, and also keeping the 5 faction bonus. So having all 5 Lightbearers to keep with the faction bonus. And I feel like on this team, if I do get just a little bit more fodder, I'm going to be able to carry them quite a bit further, especially with the Rosaline Belinda combo that we're running here. They just do so much damage. Between Hendrick having a stun, between Rosaline having a stun, it's a pretty solid team. Unfortunately, he goes down right there, but I think we have more than enough power for Lucius to stay up and then get 1 ult off. Rosaline buffs, get a 2nd ult off, and that finishes it. Right now, that's about all it takes in the campaign. Earlier stages in the campaign, it's better to run higher DPS. That's why I've ascended the DPS first, the damage first, before I went with the tank. Because as you can see, even Belinda right there just took down her first target, took down her 2nd target. And if Brutus wasn't immune, would have took down him too. But as long as we can keep the team up, and the dynamic duo of Belinda and Rosaline just continue to shine. 2 solid tanks, and Rowan, who by far is the best support hero, in my opinion, in the game. His clutch potions when someone's going to die, and as you can see, it's kept Hendrick up a couple times, and even there he stuns the totem, but he also stuns everyone behind him because his ground slam is so huge for his ult. And I like that he does the knockback, pushing right to the other side of the enemy's map, because there's a lot of artifacts and a lot of different things throughout the game, the peaks of time, where if he's on that side, like I believe it's called Hellspawn's Head, he'll get life leech, he'll get bonus defense, he'll get a couple benefits from being on the enemy side, so actually pushing the enemies back. Get an early shield with Lucius there, and it looks like his ult can be dodged, which Kaz just dodged it there. But Belinda still takes her down. It's very nice. So that pushes us to 15-8. So pushing through a little bit of the campaign here. And the roots are so tough. And as you see there, Hendrick hops right in the back line, protects Rowan, but that will not be enough. So that will sum it up for our push for the campaign. So 15-8, first chapter team that got to 15. Let's go ahead and collect up all of our loot, all of our diamonds, which I think we just might be a little bit short of getting a full summon here, but we'll go ahead and we'll use the rest of our faction scrolls that we just got for finishing the chapter because it is the Lightbearer day. Hopefully we can pull another copy of somebody, which we do. There's an elite card, which is Hendrick. Very nice. I put him in and now I get another elite card. I can't imagine him being higher. I mean, being like ascended level with high signature item. He is just going to be unstoppable, similar to Lucius. Here we'll go ahead and we'll do our auto ascends. We get 2 more Lightbearers out of the combination. So I'm thinking we can try to get somebody up here because we do have quite a few rare copies now, which I think I'm going to use Morella here because we do have a couple copies. So we should be able to get an elite here. And then with the other copies, we'll go ahead and grab a second copy. But I think for fodder, I know we'll get her to Elite Plus, but we're still going to be 1 shy. So not too bad, got her up to Elite Plus. So we actually just need a little bit more fodder unless I use Rain, which I really don't want to do, even though you can buy them in the shop. I have a couple copies of Estrilda. I have a lot of copies of Lightbearer heroes. Seems like if I can just get a little bit more fodder, that we can have a really, really solid Lightbearer team. Got some copies of Gwyneth, got Rosalind, got Rowan right there. Got a whole bunch of copies of Falks. Some copies of Rain. I'd like to see Gwyneth getting up. I hear the, and I want to do Rowan with Rain, but I think I'm just going to save it because if I had 1 more Elite Plus fodder, I could go ahead and save the copy of Rain. So we'll just save that one right now. So 15-8. But like I was saying, finishing 14-40 does unlock the tower. As you've seen there, all of the factions are open. So we're going to go ahead and push, hopefully, our 10 floors, which if you've seen, I got some lucky pulls with Baden there. But I do have to get them up in the Resonating Crystal to make sure I have a team that I can run with the Graveborns. If I can't do all 10 floors, I'll probably go ahead and put some gear on them, but I think right now we're just going to go ahead and run. If we can complete 10 floors, like I said, this tower, really pushing the towers, any of the towers, gives you so much loot. It's so beneficial to make sure that you're pushing the towers every day that they're open. Because not only do you get quite a few emblems, it does give you Stargazer cards when you get a little bit further. You get gems out of here. You get a ton of Hero Essence, which is the stopping point for everybody. And gold. Need all the gold that you can get. So first floor is pretty easy just because we kind of out-level everything. And this is where a lot of the summons that I've gotten on the faction accounts will still come in being very beneficial, just like the copy of Baden. I actually have him on, I believe, Mythic Plus, which I didn't really need to get him that high because we're not going to be using his signature items or anything like that. But I just had some copies sitting around. And Mythic and Ascended level, I need, I think, 1 more copy or maybe 2 more to get him to Ascended. When you start getting higher in the bounty boards, when you start getting the higher quests, you have to have heroes of all the factions to complete them, which is why I went ahead and got Mythic heroes on most of the accounts. Have Mythic heroes, even if they're not the faction account, just because we want to go ahead and be able to complete the quests. As you see here, how powerful Thorin is on the enemy team. So a little bit of a Graveborn preview, and I do like the tower because you do get a little bit of a change up with the dynamic. See how strong Nara is. She pulls Arden right over there, completely with the silence from Shamira, takes him out, pulls Ogi over, does the same, takes Ogi out. And that's why Nara as a DPS is just, and there's 800 essence, which is exactly why I said make sure that you're pushing these towers. Does the same there with Morella, right through her shield. Uses her ult to get the kill. And the Chimera Pharrell combo is super solid. And with Thornton Baden combo, another 200k there. So 10 floors a day is all you can push. So once you do your 10 floors, you're pretty much done. If you can't push 10 floors, like I said, make sure that you're pushing this tower as far as you can, because the benefits in here are huge. And Verk actually got pulled right to the side with Nara. And there are some enhancement, gear enhancement items in here as well, which you get a lot of everything in the tower. So I'm hoping, I know the Mauler team is right behind the Lightbearer team for the tower, and the other two teams are a little bit further behind. But I've seen on the Graveborn team, the Pharrell and the Chimera combo is super strong. There's another 200k. So whether you're using the money, I use every single day, not only to get up gear, but I use it every day to buy Hero Essence from the shop. If you've seen any of my Hero Essence guides, make sure you are buying Hero Essence from the shop every single day. When you get a little bit further, you'll start seeing emblems in the shop, which again, emblems are really, really hard to get just because they take time. But we should be able to get through all 10 floors here. But I use my gold to buy the emblems. Don't buy gear. Gear will come in time. All 4 faction accounts haven't bought any gear, so don't even worry about that. Worry about the emblems once they show up in the shop, and then worry about the Hero Essence and getting your items up. AFK awards or rewards will get you more than enough gear that you need. So that will push our 10 floors, and we got our first gems, 360, but I don't think that gives us enough to get any summons, and that is our 10 floors. So that will sum it up for the Lightbearer team. So pushed all the way to 15-8, which super excited about. We can go ahead and use our stones that we got here, which we have 2. Hopefully we pull a Lightbearer. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Loving the Lightbearer team. I can't believe they're already into chapter 15. That's absolutely amazing. And as always, thank you for watching.